This week, the mask mandate extension has been a topic of debate among students and faculty. Additionally, SDSU scored a 5 out of 5 on the LGBTQ+ Campus Pride Index.
Keep watching for the latest updates on what's happening at SDSU. Good afternoon and welcome to the Daily Aztec Live. I'm Gabriel Schneider.
And I'm Lily Weigel. Thank you for joining us today. The SDSU mask mandate has been extended again. The Office of the President issued a campus-wide announcement saying mask wearing will continue to be enforced until October 7th. This extension has sparked a mass debate on campus. Some feel unbothered by the mandate, while others say they're being further inconvenienced. We'll keep you updated on the mask mandate, and we'll let you know when it's lifted or if it gets extended again.
According to the Campus Pride Index, San Diego State University has been awarded a 5 out of 5 score for its inclusion of the LGBTQ+ community. The Campus Pride Index measures universities on multiple factors surrounding the inclusion and acceptance of members of the LGBTQ+ community. Some factors are support systems, safety, counseling, and health.
This rating provides incoming students with a measurement tool that helps them see how different schools compare. This helps students make their decision on which school will suit them the best. However, SDSU's perfect score has been questioned on its accuracy by LGBTQ+ students.
Many students have spoken up about their desire to bring more awareness to campus resources, such as the SDSU Pride Center, where members say they feel somewhat included, but unfortunately not 100%. But more information on the Campus Pride Index and resources for the LGBTQ+ students can be found on our website, thedailyaztec.com.
Okay, wait, Gabe, did you hear about that new class that they were talking about adding last week?
With Dr. Nate and Bad Bunny? I've been seeing that everywhere on social media.
Yeah, that one. Well, actually, last week, Dr. Nate got a huge surprise in one of his classes, and our very own reporter, Daisha Gear, got to capture it.
We've got donuts here for everyone. Oh, I have to share these? No, I won't share with everybody here. Yes.
CBS 8, Honda, and JMS faculty members surprised Dr. Nate and his class with a Selena Funko Pop and donuts. Dr. Nate shared the donuts with the class as he was being recognized for his work in representing the Latinx community.
I think to be recognized first just for doing a good job with students and somebody saying, hey, we recognize what you're doing, I think in and of itself is pretty great. I do a lot for my students and that in and of itself is the reward for me. But then for somebody to not only recognize that, but then listen to me and be like, we understand that you like Selena, we understand that you like these donuts, we are listening to you and we want to reward you with things that you like and that you need, I think speaks volumes about how much that they understood me and understood the things that I care about, which are my students, my research, and the things that speak about my heritage and my culture.
What a heartwarming moment. We look forward to seeing him continue his hard work. Make sure to stay tuned for a video coming next week from our Mundo Azteca team, where they got to sit down with Dr. Nate and hear more about the class.
That's so awesome. I can't wait to see how the class gets evolved. But for now, we have Daniela Ramirez and Madison Cadena with the latest sports updates.
Welcome back to another great week of sports here at SDSU. It's Daniela Ramirez.
And Madison Cadena back with another sports update.
Let's get into it. Over the weekend, our Aztec football team won a fierce game against Toledo State.
The Aztecs were losing 10-14 with 41 seconds left, but then star running back Jordan Bird scored a touchdown to lead the Aztecs to victory.
I got a chance to talk with Jordan on my podcast, Spurs Sports Report. If you want to check out more, it's on YouTube to hear from him. Two of the best teams in the Mountain West Conference are competing. Yes, you guessed it. It's Aztec football and Boise State are going head-to-head this Friday. It's a showdown you don't want to miss.
In other sports news, the Aztec women's soccer team had their first 2 Mountain West games of the season. Unfortunately, they lost to Colorado State, but came back 3 days later and won 2-1 against Wyoming.
If you're trying to catch a game this week, the men's soccer team will be going up against Washington tomorrow.
And it sounds like it's going to be a great match because the Huskies are ranked number 2 in the nation.
Make sure to head over to Snapdragon Stadium to cheer on the Aztecs at 7 p.m.
Speaking of soccer, the San Diego Wave made history at Snapdragon Stadium, setting a record for the National Women's Soccer League. The Daily Aztec sports editor, Morgan Prickett, has the scoop.
The San Diego Wave's first ever game at Snapdragon Stadium was certainly one to remember. The Wave welcomed Los Angeles rivals Angel City FC in a battle between two teams who were both founded last year. Star players such as Alex Morgan and goalkeeper Kalen Sheridan were on display for the San Diego crowd to witness. Sheridan also made the decisive penalty save to secure the win for San Diego. The Wave made history in their 1-0 victory over Angel City. Not only did they sell out Snapdragon for the first time, but they also shattered the National Women's Soccer League attendance record by around 7,000 people. The new record was another stride in the progression of the future of women's soccer. Earlier in September, the U.S. Women's National Team officially signed their new collective bargaining agreements with the U.S. Soccer Federation that provided for more equal pay at the national level.
I just love breaking records. It feels good. So tonight was another one for us, and to see that so much growth and progress is happening in women's soccer globally while we're playing, to, in the same week sign the equal pay agreement and then have the highest attendance record here today in the last 10 years of the NWSL. It's just incredible.
17-year-old Jaden Shaw also provided signs of what is yet to come in the future of women's soccer. The player who just recently signed her first professional contract with San Diego has scored a total of 3 goals in her first 3 games, including the game winner against Angel City, inspiring future generations of female soccer players. With San Diego's regular season nearing to an end in 2 games, they will have the NWSL playoffs in mid-October to look forward to, considering they qualify, which is highly likely. Until then, they'll next be back at Snapdragon Stadium on September 30th for a match against North Carolina Courage in their final game of the season. For the Daily Aztec, I'm Morgan Prickett.
Thanks Daniela and Madison for the sports update. Now let's take a look at this week's weather. We have pretty consistent temperatures this upcoming week, but we'll have some fog rolling in late evenings and some early mornings. Tomorrow will be 82 degrees in the day, while cooling down to 77 in the evening. You can expect to see patchy fog after 11 p.m. The temperature will decrease as the weekend starts, with Friday dropping down to 77 degrees and in the evening dropping to 64 degrees. Saturday will be very similar, with high of 76 and patchy fog coming in just after 11 p.m. with a low of 63. Now with this fog, remember to slow down and use your low beam headlights so your taillights are also on and visible. Sunday will be mostly cloudy, but the sun will eventually peek out between those clouds with a high of 75 and a low of 64 at night. Monday will be cloudy throughout the morning, but will clear up with a high of 76 and a low of 64 in the evening. Tuesday will be starting off cloudy and gradually getting clear again with a high of 76 and mid-60s in the evening time. Back to Lily for more.
The Native Resource Center hosted a celebration on Friday in honor of California Native American Day. The holiday is meant to appreciate and acknowledge the tribal nations in California, with this year's theme being Stand Strong Together. Many students felt passionate about this theme and expressed the importance of connecting with other Native students. Many people that came played games, including Pushuk, a traditional Kumeyaay game, enjoyed food, and built community.
We hope you enjoyed the English section of the Daily Aztec Live. Coming up next is the Spanish portion of our show, Mundo Azteca, with Fatima Lopez and Yoguez.
Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and catch the Daily Aztec Live every Wednesday at 12:30 on YouTube. And check out our website and the Daily Aztec social media for more on what's happening at SDSU.
Bienvenidos a nuestra programación en vivo de Mundo Azteca. Yo soy Chanel.
Y yo soy Fátima. Empezamos con las noticias. El requisito del uso de cubrebocas dentro de los salones de clase de SDSU ha sido extendido. Adela de la Torre, la presidenta de la universidad, envió un correo a todos los estudiantes exigiendo que continuaran usando cubrebocas en los salones hasta el 7 de octubre. Algunos estudiantes aprueban que se continúe con el uso de cubrebocas, mientras otros están molestos por la extensión. La extensión fue anunciada ya que se ha aprobado una nueva vacuna de refuerzo llamada Bivalent. La presidenta espera que la extensión les dé más tiempo a los estudiantes para poder obtener la vacuna antes que retiren el uso del cubrebocas de los salones. Por lo pronto, continúen usando su cubrebocas en clase. Estaremos pendientes de cualquier actualización a la extensión.
La Universidad Estatal de San Diego ha recibido una puntuación 5 de 5 por su inclusión de la comunidad LGBTQ+, de acuerdo al índice de orgullo de SDSU. El índice de orgullo es una herramienta vital para aprender formas de mejorar la vida de la comunidad LGBTQ+, en las universidades. Este índice mide la inclusión de la comunidad en SDSU con una serie de factores tales como política de inclusión, apoyo institucional, vida académica y residencial, seguridad dentro del campus, asesoramiento, salud, asimismo como reclutamiento y retención.
Bueno, eso es todo para nosotros el día de hoy aquí en el estudio. No se olviden de suscribirse a nuestro canal y ver el Daily Aztec en vivo todos los miércoles al mediodía en YouTube.
Visite nuestro sitio web y las redes sociales de Daily Aztec para más información sobre lo que ocurre en SDSU. Muchas gracias por acompañarnos y nos vemos la próxima semana.